calmness and serenity of nature. For Belgian composer Vidna Obmana, it's the foremost source of inspiration. Since 1984 he has been creating atmospheric, meditative and sometimes dark music. The genre may not appeal to everyone, but fans of ambient and atmospheric music worldwide know his name and his music. Dirk Cities is the man behind Vidna Obmana.
Vidna Obmana is a pseudonym for my music, and I took it from the Servo-Croatian language, which doesn't exist anymore, and it means optical illusion, Fata Morgana, just because of the fact that I find the music much more important than the person behind the music. So when I became 12 years old, my parents gave me my first synthesizer, which was a very old analog Korg synthesizer. So I got the opportunity to make or create or experiment with sounds. Of course, very anti-music because I didn't have any musical background, so I had to learn it by myself. In fact, it took me really a long time to get where I am now, and it's just pure of learning yourself and having having the focus and having the energy and also the discipline to start looking for new things and to explore and experiment with different sounds and techniques. And one of those techniques I really discovered over the years is my looping technique. And until now, now already making music for 14 years, I still work with that kind of looping method, but you can expand it, you can of course add instruments to it, you can work with acoustic instruments and loop it and everything. So you have all this technical equipment you can now use and utilize in your way of looping and shaping the atmospheres.
After having released a number of cassettes and an LP in the late 80s, Vidna Obmana has released several CD albums on the American label Project, which is renowned for its atmospheric and ambient music.
Most of the audience who like my music and who listen to my music is the American audience. I mean, there's not so many European people here who really are into this kind of music or into this in my music. So, and eventually I get much more feedback and good reviews in the US. So it was obvious for me to look for an American label as well. I have a specific goal in my life with my music, and I don't want to make any compromise whatsoever. And suppose I was living from my music, that I was a professional musician, somewhere along the road I should make compromises, just because of the fact my music doesn't sell well. I mean, it sells, but it doesn't sell really to make a living out of it. And from the moment you want to make a living out of your music, you have to change your music more or less to make it more popular. And I don't want to do that. So that's why I have my 9-to-5 job every day in the week, and during my spare time I concentrate on my music and my also my personal life and a bit on photography.
This is where all the music is created and recorded. Vidna Obmana's Serenity Studio. It's a small studio with a lot of equipment, electronic as well as acoustic. Here the natural and the artificial blend together into the sound of Vidna Obmana. Vidna Obmana has performed live in Belgium and the Netherlands, but also in Italy and the United States. More international concerts are planned for '98 and '99. The calmness and serenity of nature. Vidna Obmana is an inexhaustible source of inspiration. It keeps him going, it inspires him to create new sounds, loops and chords, new expeditions into the unknown.